All right, welcome back everyone to the round of 16 OC Taiko World Cup 2024. I'm still here. My name is Illuminite. We're going to be watching Italy versus Germany this time. Seed 15 versus seed 31. This is going to be quite an interesting match. Both teams quite well known, quite revered for their skill in the past. I'm joined for this match by Adriad this time. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to see some Taiko gameplay. It's been a while.
Well, there's no better match to start within these two European teams battling it out. Round of 16. It's going to be quite interesting. Italy, again, something I've mentioned before, Italy providing us almost an entirely new roster than we're used to seeing. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they perform against Germany. Germany also providing a number of new names. So these are two teams that have really changed quite a bit, not only in the last year, but if we even go back in time, they have changed a lot.
Yeah,
so it's going to be
looking
interesting.
At some of these names. Just like I said, it's been a while since I've been playing Taiko, and I do not remember many of these names. So definitely some new blood coming into these teams.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so much more exciting too, especially Germany. They're coming off of the round of 16, or I'm sorry, round of 32. They went to tiebreaker with Argentina, lost 4-5. So they definitely fought hard, and it's going to be, I think, based on the seedings alone, and even based on the performance of them that's last week, it's going to be tough for Italy to overcome this challenge. And so it's going to be very intriguing to see how they perform. Italy's going to ban No Mod 1, Germany's going to ban No Mod 2, and then pick No Mod 4 once again, starting with the gimmick map.
We just really want the No Mod pool out of here already, huh? Already banning 2 of them, picking a 3rd. And a best of 5, we're already running out of the chances for us to see some vanilla gameplay.
Yeah, so a lot of 2 out of the after this, 3 out of the 5 no mod picks are going to be gone, and then the rest of the pool is at least slightly modded. Mew, a German mapper, so hopefully Germany picking Germany picking the Mew map might give them a little bit of a buff here.
I believe this is the gimmick map, correct?
Yes, sir, it is indeed the gimmick map.
This doesn't necessarily affect players of this caliber, but it is interesting to see a gimmick map with 6.3 HP. Usually,
yeah,
they're a lot lower.
I would say either a lot lower or a lot higher, depending
That's
on...
also true.
Yeah, depending
on what type of gimmick we're talking about.
Exactly.
Sometimes they will just hit you with the HP 10, and it's, oh, you get 20 misses, you lose.
All right, ew, finding a miss really fast. Iraq also finding a miss. Looks like Mr. Miller did as well.
Some of the players having a lot of, not a lot, but a little bit of trouble with this beginning. You finding another miss. Unless that one was real. The first one was actually a client error, I think.
Oh. Well, this is a German pick, so we would expect to see a German lead. And that's definitely what we're seeing right now. 80,000. Oh, so we see a triple miss on the side of Italy.
Iraq getting a lot of chain misses there, increasing the lead to 120,000 points. We're not even halfway through yet, and the lead's already this big.
Alright, Emre finding a miss on the German side, but Dragon Max holding strong. Mr. Miller finding a miss too.
Silly things with the drum rolls with Scorby 2, but Just most players making it through it fairly well.
I was about to say the Italian players are stabilizing Iraq and Ew finding misses though. Iraq finding a number of misses now though.
Coming into the end of the chart, and it seemed to be a very, very solid first pick for Germany.
So luckily it being a German pick, the
100s.
Holy crap, Dragon Max, yeah, holy crap, I didn't even notice that. Jesus, 1,019,360, an absolute crazy play. But luckily, as I was saying, luckily it being a German pick, there's no additional pressure for Italy yet, as long as they're able to respond with their own pick for now. So where is Italy going to go next? They're going to go free mod 2.
Yeah, we're getting already some mod action, so maybe we will be spared from the rest of the no mods. But we'll have to find out.
Kite Mjort, that's how I say it. Kite Mjort 322 coming in for Italy. Michelotto on the German side coming in now.
All right, here we go. We're seeing a 2 mod from Dragon Max and 1 mod for everybody else with Manglovania and Michelotto picking Hard Rock with the rest unhidden.
A very slight mod advantage for Germany.
I believe it's 2% accuracy, assuming FC, but Dragon Max has already found a miss, so that
Mr.
2%
Miller
accuracy
has
buffer
as well.
So we will see the early lead heading over for Italy, but Chris does find a miss.
Kite Mjort really struggling a little bit here as we head into the first key eye. They give a pretty decent lead to Germany, about 35,000 points now.
Yeah, these patterns are a little difficult to read with hidden. Can be some very random doublets that can just trip you up if you're not paying attention.
Oh, Megalovania, lol, finding another miss as well. Definitely going to extend the German lead as they miss yet again.
Yeah. Just about 115k in favor of Germany right now. Third of the chart remaining. That's a pretty large point deficit to try to overcome, especially when you don't have a mod advantage.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
See, it looks like we have a disconnect on the side of Italy. Chris disconnecting. It'll be okay if they disconnect though, as long as they finish the map and submit a picture of their score to the referee. So definitely not a bad thing, so long as they are still playing the map.
I mean, at least with the score deficit, it's looking like it'd be a little tough for one person to overcome the gap. don't think their score. I think the score that they had when they disconnected is still in that total. I'm not exactly too familiar with how tourney client handles these cases.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to wait for the official ruling here. Let's take a look at the MP link.
The assumption right now is that they hard crashed, but
yeah, that is the assumption. Although it's going to be tough because it looks like the blue team won by almost 1.2 million points. So even if Chris does submit their score to the referee, I do think that this is going to be a point for the German side.
I think with only having one mod, I don't think Chris's score could overcome that.
Yeah, the referee making the ruling here. Germany wins by almost like I said, 1.2 million points. So unfortunately, it's going to be Germany's point anyways. So the Germans earning a break point here on the second pick, and it's their point. It's their pick again here. All right, looks like that the Germans are going to pick Hard Rock 1. We're just going to move past the disconnect of the last pick. We're going to move past it. Everything's okay. We're still missing a third player for the Italian side, though. Looks like we're going to re-invite Chris so that they can rejoin us here.
All right. This is our. I'm going to imagine this is our slower hard rock pick. Our more accuracy focused one. And yeah, it does appear that Chris did experience a crash, which is unfortunate.
All right, here we go with the third point of the match. This is a German pick, so hopefully the Germans they perform on their own pick. They definitely don't want to give Italy the chance to tie things up.
So with OD 6.5, I believe Hard Rock puts that at 8.4, or is it 9 point? Was it 9.1?
I think it's 9.1 because I think 7 puts it up to 9.8.
Yeah. You does find a miss.
Oh, so does Megalovania. Lol. I just gotta emphasize the lol.
The bottom side of the Italian team struggling a bit with some of these sections. Drex finding a miss on the German team, so keeping it a little close, still about 50k lead for Germany, and Chris finding a miss makes it a little larger.
You and Megalovania approaching that 400 combo cap. Never mind, just Megalovania. Lol. I'm approaching that 400 combo cap as Io finds a miss. Chris is stabilizing again, but all the Italian players are pretty much stabilizing as Drex Sack Lace approaches that 400 combo gap as well.
Yeah, it is worth noting for people who aren't familiar with Score v2 scoring. There is combo-based scoring in it, but not to a terribly large extent. It maxes out at 400 combo. So if you have above 400 combo, you're getting the same points as anybody else above 400.
We got a question in chat, which has been answered by a few of our spectators. What is considered the hardest ranked in love maps? I would say that the hardest ranked map is, it's a tie, I would say, between 13 Stairs and the one Nepri map. That's like something about frozen something. It's like something about being cold. I don't remember the name of the map.
The only one that comes to my mind is Northern Limit, but I don't even know.
That one.
Northern. Is that Nepri?
Yeah. Northern Limit. I knew it had something to do with being cold.
But yeah.
So, Northern Limit and 13 Stairs. As for the loved maps, I mean, it's totally up for grabs, because some of our loved maps are gimmick maps, some of our loved maps are actually technical, and it just depends.
Got like 3 storyboard maps.
Yeah, one of them, especially the redo of, what's it called? The redo of Marianne that Gizo made. Not the first one, but the second one. The second one is ridiculously difficult.
I know I played one of them. I have a pretty solid pass on one of the storyboard ones. I was not aware that there was a second one. Maybe I'll grind that out sometime. But back to the match at hand, we have Germany taking their second pick, up 3-0, and Italy picking, I believe that was Hidden 2.
All right, Italy's still looking for a chance to come back here, at least to pick a point or two off of the Germans. It's going to be really difficult. Granted, we see some of the bans, we see some of the German capabilities here. This is our more slower hidden, I want to say, but we'll see exactly how it goes. It looks like we're not going to see any substitutions except for Di Ramos here. Mr. Miller just shifting down to the right. Oh, yeah, that is the right. Shifting down to the right for Di Ramos.
They want to stay in alphabet order, Which actually, looking at it, both teams are in alphabetical order right now.
Yes, they are. Holy crap. All right, here we go. This is one of our longer maps, 2 minutes 54 seconds, only 3 minutes long. So,
yeah.
If you're gonna miss, it's best to miss at the beginning. Something I've said for years now for the Taiko World Cup.
If I could pick where I can miss, that'd be great. You does find a miss on one of these first streams, but like you said, it is an early miss, so maybe it'll be okay. Italy doesn't have the slightest of leads, but it might switch over due to the combo difference.
Yeah, it's gonna switch over, but we can see how tiny that lead is, especially as all 6 of the players on your screen pick up 100, especially as Chris picks up a miss, unfortunately, so it's gonna extend it quite a bit.
Dyer was picking up a miss just a bit after hitting 400, so...
But so does Ew, so it's going to be traded, giving Germany a little bit of an advantage here.
Heading to Kiev. Mr. Miller picking up a miss at the very end of the Ki, it seems. But with so many misses coming from the bottom side of the Italian team, don't know if it's going to matter too much just yet.
Yeah, Ew is finding another miss and yet another one, so it's going to continue to extend the German lead. This is an Italian pick, so if they lose this as we are halfway through the map, then Germany is going to be in the driver's seat for their match point. So we're really going to have to look for German misses for Italy to pick up the point here.
Still almost a minute left, probably just a bit under. but with a 100,000 point lead, it's not insurmountable, but it's fairly unlikely, especially with Kite missing that much.
So interesting. Ethan Bortnick. We just had a few minutes ago. We had Ethan casting. I suppose suppose he could compose this, but unfortunately, Kite and Chris finding even more misses as we approach the end of the map and approach a 220,000 point differential here. It looks like the Germans are going to be in a match point scenario where they're going to be able to pick what they want to end the match on.
And indeed, a break point heading into match point. And with a lead that big, you have to worry for the Italian team. Having to take 2 more maps off of Germany to even have a chance at contesting them on tiebreaker, let alone still also winning their own 2 picks.
You know, the Italian team this year is so something I've definitely kept my eye on because, again, as I said at the opening of this match, many of the Italian players that we see here are players that we have not seen at this level yet. You know, Deku and Ikun are the 2 players that we associated with the Italian team, and both of them are gone now. So to see their performance without those 2 players and without, I want to say Ender is also Italian now by flag. So to see the Italian team without these core players, it's definitely, I don't know what the adjective I want to use. It's just intriguing, I suppose, to see how they're performing.
Certainly different faces on the team as a whole. We're moving into free mod 1 now for what could be the final map of the match. Man, this song gives me PTSD.
Megalovania LOL is saying that they don't pay me enough to play this map.
Oh, is the version here also not great, or as I'm just scarred by the Vulpex chart of this.
Yeah, it's understandable.
One of the 18s of all time. We still see a double mod coming in from Dragon Max.
All right, Germany's at match point. And once again, a nearly 3-minute long map. So far, Italy has the lead by accuracy, but again, got enough time for things to shift.
OD 6.5 is, I believe, the last Hard Rock he played was. So 9.1 for the Hard Rock players.
And we got Kite picking up the first miss of the match. Gonna give the Germans a slight lead that's gonna increase a little bit based on accuracy, but with a lead that small, it's really quite volatile what could happen.
Yeah, it is. Oh, just a small note. I believe Mr. Miller did pick up a miss in the first, like, 10 notes. Because they do have, like, 20 lower combo. $40K lead so far. With the mod advantage, it is very difficult for Italy to overcome that.
Yeah, I see Megalovania and Ill both picking up 100s occasionally, so when you are down the mod advantage, every 100 counts as we extend the lead for the Germans to 50,000 points.
And Kite picking up a miss in one of the slower sections. Definitely one of the more difficult sections for a hit and only.
Ill finding a miss now as well. Kite picking up a miss as well. It's going to extend the lead for the Germans as Mr. Miller finds a miss.
And Mega Lavinia drops as well.
Exactly. So it's going to be difficult for the Italians to come back, especially as we have about 40 seconds left in the map.
Grade misses from Kite and Micheletto. And
that's it.
Actually crazy score coming in from Dragon Max, getting over 1.1 mil. And FC, the only one in the lobby as well.
Yeah, by far, it's also the only score in the lobby above 1 million. So by far the highest score in the lobby. Definitely impressive from Dragon Max. Impressive scores from all the 6 players that have played today. So unfortunately, Italy is going to be departing us this year. I think this is probably the earliest in a few years that Italy has been eliminated from the Taiko World Cup. But all of the players, as always, all of them did very well. To get to this point is respectable. So GGWP to all of the players on both Italy and Germany.
Yeah. It is always unfortunate to see a team lose, but you do have to be happy for the teams that win. And Germany moving on to the next round.
So from here, we have, I believe, a match in either 30 or 90 minutes. Unfortunately, my sense of time is not very good. 30 minutes. Peru versus Poland. Another losers bracket match. A lot of the destiny of these two teams are on the line. And we're going to continue from Peru, Poland, from Czechia and Russia. And then a few hours later, we'll get Chile versus Canada. And then tomorrow are the rest of the teams that you see on your screen. So for today, we have 3 more matches. So hopefully you're anticipating those matches. Hopefully if you are fans of any of those 6 teams you see there that are taking place today, you purchase a banner for only $2.50 USD on the Osu store. Please purchase those banners. That goes to not only the Osu Taiko World Cup prize pool, but it also goes to supporting development of Osu in general, especially as the developers are trying to roll out laser for everyone. So please do purchase a banner, not only for the team that you support. You can purchase multiple banners. I have one for the United States, I have one for the Mexico, and I also have one from the Mania 7K World Cup for South Korea.
You gotta collect them all.
Exactly. And you can buy all 32 teams banners for only about $80 if you want to do that. If you have enough money to do that, please do. So again, just to finish this out, Peru and Poland will be in about 30 minutes, Czechia, Russia in about an hour, Chile versus Canada in about 6 hours, and that's going to wrap up our Saturday. So thank you for joining us. We will be back in a little bit, and I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. So we will see you in about 30 minutes. Take care.
Cheers.